Kumba Kumba Lavender lovers, welcome to episode 4 of Kumba Kumba Lavender. We have made it, and I just want to say thank you so much for 150 subscribers. Yeah, we're doing it. So on this podcast, we're just gonna be talking a little bit more about self-improvement and self-improvement and self-discipline. Yeah, so that's what we're going to be talking about. I hope that everybody did enjoy their Valentine's Day and good. So on this podcast, I'm going to be having my brother Katsuchiro, and we're gonna be having a conversation like amongst each other, but he's gonna be the one who's taking control on this podcast because he's the one who's more into, you see, positive, happy kind of vibe. Me, I'm all about let's go vibe, let's do the right things. But he's not all about that. So let me just give it to him and just for him to say shout outs. Yeah, how can to do the shout outs?
Hey, Sanbonadi, I hope all you're doing well, and I mean, guys. Yeah.
It's so surprising that he's speaking Zulu and he's Venda. Like, why would you do that to yourself? But anyway, why would you do that to yourself? Why are you speaking Zulu?
No, I don't know. Maybe it's because the environment where I am, like, I'm forever surrounded by people who are speaking Zulu. So maybe that's why. But I'm not even too able for it. But anyway, what can I do? I can't teach them, all of them, Venda. So yeah, it's fine. I just have to adapt. So, yeah. Okay, let's get to the business. So, there's an episode that we talked about vision board and all that, and then some few people brought it into my attention that we need to talk about self-discipline and how do we work towards that, because you can have a vision board, but then if you do not have self-discipline, there's no way that you're gonna go. So I went to my dictionary, and I just want us to start by what is self-discipline that will lead to self-improvement. So my dictionary, it says that self-discipline is the ability to control one's feeling and overcome one's weakness. So I don't know, how do you define self-discipline? Would you agree with the dictionary? No, I don't really disagree at all. Yeah, I do agree, but the thing is, Mina, I have put it in a simple form whereby I can understand. Whenever I read something or see a video, yes, I will listen to it, then I put it in a form whereby it can work for me, or how do I understand it. It's like reading the Bible and interpreting it to yourself in the condition that you are going through. Yes, it has happened for that person in that particular way, but how do I interpret it for it to work for me? You understand? So basically, self-discipline, this is how I've put it. So I said self-discipline for self-improvement. Why am I doing that? Why am I saying that? Because everything that you do, it becomes a habit, basically. Yeah. It can be good or bad. Even to maintain discipline is to do something regularly each and every day until your body or your mind get used to it. You understand? So basically, in other words, what I'm trying to say is that whatsoever that you do regularly each and every day, it becomes a habit. So if you wanna become a disciplined person, okay, basically, what is it that is discipline? Because whatsoever that you are doing, when you can say, you know what, this is what I'm disciplined about. Basically, if you wanna become a dancer, like just an example, if you wanna become a dancer, yes, you can be going out there to the pubs, dancing for people and all those kind of stuff, dancing every day. Like, basically, it's for you doing things that are leading you to becoming what? A good dancer. You understand? Yeah. So most of the people, what I have realized is that I want to become something, but what I'm doing, it's not communicating, or it's not leading me towards whatsoever that I want to become. Yeah. So that's where we say, you know what, this person is not disciplined. Why? Because whatsoever that he is doing, it's not leading him towards whatsoever that he wants to become. So basically, discipline, it's something that you do regularly each and every day for you to develop, or because whenever, if I'm gonna combine smaller things each and every day, like I'm teaching myself, my mind, my body to get used to it, right? So at the end of the day, obvious, I'm gonna get the rewards of me doing whatsoever that I have been doing each and every day.
So yeah.
Just to add on that, so I have noticed that, because you talked about habit, so I've noticed that many of us, we settle for junk because we don't want to be self-disciplined, so we end up settling for junk, and we do not realize how waiting is very important. We just want things to happen like zino, 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 do you understand? So while we were still young, there's this thing that mom always did, like Ma was also disciplined in another way. I remember this other story where the ice. Do you remember? Yeah, the ice. And we would keep on asking, okay, Ma, that's ice, is that to Oma? And then my mom decided to take out those eyes, and she's like, eat all of them. And we couldn't eat them. But then now we are old. So how do we discipline ourselves, to understand? So like you said you have some few points about how we can be able to discipline ourselves. So let us just get to it, and then you just give us all the good stuff, because we just want to get to the point.
Yeah, as I said, Uri, like what works for me, it might not work for you, because right now you're the one who knows what you want.
Exactly.
You understand? So right now you can just take maybe my story and just try and put yourself in. You understand?
Or make it relatable to
yes.
your situation.
Yes.
Cause I'm talking about that, because you need to understand where you are in life at that moment. So maybe where I am, it's not where you are. So maybe what you are saying, it might help me in the future, or I can take one or two. You understand? So it's all about where you are in this particular time, and you need to understand that the way we used to discipline ourselves, it might work for you, it might not work for you, but it's our insight. That's why this is the podcast.
Yeah, okay, sharp. Just tomorrow. Like what I've seen is that most of us, like I was saying to one of my friends, or you know what, I was thinking, or the way we are having fun today and all this kind of stuff, everything, it's because now we have a place where like we can lean on, now I can go and party and do all this kind of stuff, because you know what, I know where I am. Like if I fall, I know where I'm falling to, you understand? So one way or another, you gonna have to be serious in life. So it's either you choose to be serious now, when you know that whatsoever that I'm doing, even if it fails, I have where I can fall, or you gonna have to take a decision one day in the future, and whereby if you fall, you are dead, because you don't have anything to lean on. So most of the people, we are using that opportunity, like we are wasting that opportunity, whereby our parents are still there to back us, like to back us, or you know what, even if you are failing, at least you have an opportunity, or you know what, this direction, let me change the direction, let me choose another one, you understand, let me choose another one, because one day if you are not making that decision now, isn't like today, or you know what, let me start being serious about whatever that I want to do. Tomorrow you're gonna be having children, a wife. Like just imagine, you have to be serious, but children are there and all this kind of stuff. One thing that I have realized that keep people maybe not to getting success, or maybe poor, it's not because that they don't have ideas and all this kind of stuff. No, it's not like your parent or your mother or your father when they don't have dreams. They have dreams. The problem is you are there. They have to support you. You understand? They have to support your dream and all this kind of stuff. You understand? They're not able to do their things because now they have responsibility. You understand? Here's the question: what's your responsibility when you don't have it? You understand? So when are your responsibility now? It can be you to get whatsoever that you have to achieve in life, because they are there now to support your dream. You understand? Because what keeps people poor, it's for you. You want to stand up after 20 years now. You are old, remember. You are having your wife, you are having all this kind of stuff, meaning that it's leading you to where? To poverty. You understand? So one way or another, people, we have to decide. We have to go through the pain of being disciplined, or through the pain of regrets tomorrow. So it's up to you as a person. Do you wanna regret, or do you wanna you understand? So basically, being disciplined, like one way that I have put it, that I think anybody can understand, because we can just go to the scriptures and all this kind of stuff, and we quote things and be like, you know what, in fact, yes, nyaguzo na my points and all this kind of stuff, but still I don't understand. One thing that I have realized that can be simple for a person: you know what you want, right?
Yeah.
at that particular moment of you thinking, good, you know what, this is what I want, just write it down. And then here's the test that I'm giving you when you write things down. Break down the long vision, the short term, and all this kind of stuff. Just put them in your chart. Put the bigger chart in your wall and all this kind of stuff. Write those smaller things and all this kind of stuff that you want to achieve. You know what? These are my short term goals. Your short term goals, maybe it can be monthly, along it can be a year, 5 years, and all this kind of stuff. But remember, the chart, it's not gonna do all the things for you. You're the one's gonna do it. What you have to do is to read it and follow it. That's only what you have to do, is to follow it. Remember, I can make a decision today that, you know what, I'm not gonna drink, but tomorrow, by the people maybe where I am around or whatsoever that I'll be doing, then I'll be drinking. You understand? And forget about the chats whatsoever that I have wrote there. You understand? Because what? We are human. Those are emotions and all this kind of stuff. But if you can tell yourself that, you know what, I want to be disciplined enough to the point whereby I'll be reading that chat every day. Remember, the chat does not have emotions. Does not become happy, does not become sad. So if you can be disciplined enough to read whatsoever that you have wrote there each and every day, remember that I said whatsoever that you do, it becomes a habit. So whenever you read that, it becomes a habit, and it clicks in your mind each and every day that, you know what, hey, I have to get up, hey, I have to do this, I understand, hey, I have to do this, and I have to do that. What you have to be disciplined about is for you to read it. Trust me, if you can read it each and every day before you get out, each and every day, I'm telling you, it different, like a lot of things are gonna change automatically. You understand? By you, because whatsoever that, like, before we do things practically, it starts in our mind. So if you can set your mind, you know what, I have to train every day, every day, earring that in your mind, you're gonna automatically do it. You understand? So basically, a simple way of you becoming disciplined, just write it down, read it each and every day. That's the easiest step that anybody can take. Just read it every day. Read it every day. Besides you doing it, just read it every day. You understand? It's gonna click in your mind. You know what? This is what I want to do. Yeah, but the last point maybe that I would say, or maybe because I remember I have said it last time, like when to the podcast, is that make sure whatsoever that you are doing each and every day, it's leading you towards whatsoever that you want to become. Because if you are not doing whatsoever that, like, if whatsoever that you are doing every day, it's not leading you towards what you are, like, you want to become, it's becoming a habit, meaning that whatsoever that your negative or whatsoever towards whatsoever your dream, that's where you are going. You understand? If I want to be a doctor and I'm not reading each and every day, I'm not attending my class, just know that I'm going opposite the direction, and it's becoming what? A habit. You understand? So yeah, I think those are the simplest terms that I can.
Hey, did you hear what he said? Like, it's so what I've noticed is that you gotta put a weight on what you're saying. So this is an intellectual agreement in your mind, and you trust that whatever that you're writing down is gonna happen, and then you intellectually like agree on it, and you put a weight on it. So if you do not put a weight on whatever that you want to do, then it won't happen. So I have this other quote on this other book that I was reading. I'll share it. It's a recommendation for this week. So the book that I'm recommending this week is The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. Yeah, I know my brother will want to read this book after. So he said that when you liberate your willpower, you become the master of your personal world. So it's what Kat was saying, that you gotta read it each and every day. So I wanted to say some shout outs, Nyana, but I can't because I'm looking at the time now, and we gotta live. So I just want to say thank you so much for always tuning in to the podcast. Okay, the last words get cut before I close.
No, guys, like, simple and easy. I want to say short. Just read your charts. Like, just read it. Whatever that you have wrote, just read it each and every day. Trust me, it's gonna work for you.
You see, but trust it, it's gonna work for you. So please do not forget to hit that subscribe button so that we can get to 200. Remember that remember that, like everything else that brings progress, the greatest struggle is always within ourselves. That's why you need to learn self-discipline. Remember, keep smiling, stay positive, and be yourself. Until I see you next time.